you know that Prince didn't write Purple Rain for himself, but actually a very surprising singer? It was actually going to be a country song.
Purple rain, purple rain.
Stick around and I will tell you the full story and who that person was. The start always gets me.
I never meant to cause you any pain. I'm the one who wants to see you laughing. I only want to see you laughing in the purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain.
Oh, the strings.
Purple rain, purple rain. Only want to see you bathing in the purple rain. I never wanna be your weekend lover.
It's like you are walking into cloudy skies with the way the whole thing is constructed. Ugh.
I never wanna be your
Ah, that's so interesting. Those cracks.
I wanna be some kind of friend. Hey. Baby, I could never steal you from another. It's such a shame our friendship.
Oh, that hat. Pay attention to how he sings the word had. There's this amazing vocal crack on it. Oh, that. Like lifts you out of your seat. Those harmonies. Ugh. This is the best bit. I love this grit. We have to go back and listen to it again. There's something that he's doing so specific that makes it sound so emotional, and we will talk about that later. But oh, I love it. It's like he's pouring his soul out. Ugh.
It's time we all reach out for something new. That means you too. You say you want a leader, but you can't seem to make up your mind. I think you better close it. Let me guide you to the purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain.
It hits you in the gut.
You know what I'm saying about up here? Come on.
I don't know why they're all like, I will be weeping. We all know this guitar solo. It is the moment that he sings with his guitar. It's not an instrument, it's another voice that he just intertwines with all this amazing, glorious emotion that he has already given us. It's like he's crying to his strings. And it's so tasteful as well. Go do it. Wave with me, everyone! We have to just go back and talk about that falsetto because it is the final release after all this brilliant build that he has done. He is the master of build, eking out that emotion until it hits. You think that you've hit that emotional release and then you're like, nope, here's another moment. It's so high as well. I nod with you, sir. I nod and cry. Crazy run. Sounds like someone... As you can see, I am a weepy mess. How does he make this song feel so emotional and hit so hard? I tagged 5 places that he just rips your heart out. His vocals, they're really interesting. He does this thing where he squishes all the vocals into a really short space and he's like, instead of keeping in time with the music, it makes it feel like he's kind of panicking and he's like, oh, I've got this really emotional thing to say to you and I'm gonna say it really fast. He also has the intensity of being really quiet, but he has vocal cord closure, so it has intensity in the tone. It still has that like, sort of feeling. Number 2, that first chorus, he does not give it away straight away. He does add a build, he adds those beautiful emotional strings, a lovely cello. It's the closest instrument to the human voice, so it's a lovely layer of emotion in there. And vocally, he adds a little bit more heaviness to his tone. That gives it a richer tone. He also really opens up. In the first section, he barely opens his mouth. Purple rain! He starts to open his mouth a little bit more and that lets the sound ring out like a bell. Number 3, that grit that hits you in the gut. It might sound like his voice is just breaking by accident, but it is not. It's a fried distortion, a controlled distortion. And you can find that as well by making the sound of a little cat, or by swerving your car really fast, Or you can just scream like some sort of gremlin. Ah! It's a really fun sound to do, and it's actually quite quiet, but it holds real emotional weight, as we all felt. Number 4, that guitar. It is like he is crying through it. It is not about perfection, although it is subtle and very, very tasteful, but it's all about expression. It's not about showing off at any point. He has these slides and bends and vibrato that mimic the human voice and also mimic the sound of wailing and crying. And fun fact, this solo was recorded absolutely live, so this just came from his soul. Number 5, that falsetto. The final lift, when you don't expect a lift after that amazing guitar solo, it's free and open and relaxed, and it's suddenly a release. And now for the story that I promised at the start. Prince actually sent a demo of this song to Stevie Nicks in a kind of country style, and she turned it down because she felt like the song's potential was too overwhelming. That's kind of understandable, right? Let me know your favourite moments of Prince Purple Rain down in the comments, and if you want a more in-depth breakdown, I have an unedited breakdown up on Patreon. See you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.